Hey everybody, I just wanted to follow up with a little bit of a live here because I was contacted by quite a number of people after my posts about the thyroid cases that I've done. And one of the reasons for that is because they're just a dime a dozen. Many of you guys know you have a thyroid dysfunction. Maybe you've been tested by your primary care or some other specialist, and a lot of you guys have probably been put on something like levothyroxine because hypothyroidism, so an underactive or a thyroid gland that's not working properly, is just so common. And then there's a lot of you who have no clue, right? Maybe you're just struggling with chronic fatigue, energy, motivation, weight loss resistance. I mean, there's so many other symptoms of low thyroid function. And gosh, guys, most of you guys are not getting the right testing. So in the videos I've posted with some case studies of patients, I went over some of the labs, obviously, that TSH and T4 are commonly run, and that's just scratching the surface to see if the thyroid is functioning properly. Because underlying that is your body making antibodies to the thyroid gland. That's a huge deal. Okay, now here's the deal. It's not a thyroid problem most of the time. It's just not a thyroid problem. It's deeper level stuff. So if you're not getting more in-depth testing, number one, you have to advocate for yourself, right? So you have to ask your physicians to run the right tests. But even that in blood work, like even if they run a full comprehensive thyroid panel, oftentimes that's still not enough because that's not showing us why the thyroid is dysfunctional, why it's not working properly. And there's many things that can lead to a thyroid gland not functioning properly. And honestly, it can happen in men and women, but women, ladies, you guys, it's just such a problem. Such a problem. So many of y'all are struggling with that. And some of you, like I said, have no idea. So I would ask you this: 9 out of 10 times, the answer will be yes to this. So just ask yourself this question. Do you have gut issues? Okay. Do you have gut symptoms? Do you get bloated consistently? Do you constantly feel bloated? Do you get bloating after meals, after certain foods? Do you have regular bowel movements, which should be 2, maybe even 3 per day, 1 minimum at least? Do you have other IBS type symptoms? Do you have constipation? Do you have diarrhea? Do you have anything going on in that world? Now, the tricky thing is some of you would say, no, I don't have gut issues. But that's tricky because you can have underlying issues, inflammation in your gut, you can have leaky gut syndrome, and those can actually be asymptomatic in a lot of people. I was a case of that. I didn't have a lot of gut issues, but yet when I dove in and looked at it, man, there was all sorts of stuff going on leading to other symptom patterns in my body. And this goes to the fact that all systems of our body are intimately connected. And the reason I bring up the gut is because the gut has been shown, leaky gut syndrome, things like that, malabsorption issues in the gut. If there's other issues going on like inflammation, yeast overgrowth, these are the kind of things that are going to throw other systems kind of going haywire. And one of those commonly is the thyroid. So we call it the thyroid gut axis, right? They're communicating with each other. So really, even if you advocate for yourselves, a lot of primary cares and a lot of specialists just don't run those kind of labs, right? So if you go to a gastroenterology specialist, for example, they're not usually doing stool samples. They're not looking at the microbiome, what your gut bacteria are doing. Is there yeast overgrowth? They're not looking at these things. Traditional medicine is so commonly set up to diagnose disease, but not to look deeper at underlying causes in your body. So again, I had to just get more information out there because I've just been reached out, like I said, by a lot of you guys that are just struggling, that patient's story is your story, right? Just struggling for years and just trying to get by in life and not knowing what's going on, not having real answers and kind of feeling hopeless a lot of times. I know a lot of you guys are feeling like, gosh, this is just how I have to live. Maybe you've tried nutrition and exercise and diet change, all the things, right? You're checking the boxes. I'm telling you, it's going to be worth your time. It's going to be worth your energy. It's going to be worth your investment to figure this out. Can you imagine living a life full of energy, full of vitality, full of the motivation and the things that you used to want to do and now you're able to do. You're there for your kids. You're there for your grandkids. You're a better mom. You're a better dad. That is the why behind figuring this stuff out. You want to feel better, of course, but I know so many of you guys, because I talk to so many of you every day, that you want to be a better version or the best version of yourself, and you're not able to get there. And honestly, there's answers for this, okay? So with all of that said, there are so many things that can be looked at, so many things we can dive into in order to figure these things out. And patient after patient after patient of mine, I tell you, so many times it's gratefulness because we have answers finally, but also there's a little bit of angst and a little bit of frustration in people often too, because no one else has ever looked at the things we're going to look at. Okay, so if that's you, if you're struggling, if you're on the struggle bus, right, or you know someone who is, now's the time. Don't wait any longer. Stop going day by day by day. Okay, just trying to get through the day. All right. You can look at my socials in my link tree. You can go to my website. You can DM me. However you need to get a hold of me, I do free consult calls, right? So if you just want to talk through this, there's no strings attached, right? I'm not a pressure person. I don't pressure people to start working with me. That is the last thing I do because I actually only accept certain cases, right? Because I don't have a high volume practice. I see people and it's all about communication and coaching and guidance. Okay, so the first step is for you just to talk to me. We can just have a discussion. You can ask questions and then you can decide if it's right for you to pursue. Okay, with no pressure, no strings attached. All right, so I would encourage you to do that. Go to my link tree, go to my website, DM me. You can find the link to a free consult call. We're coming up on holidays. What better time? What better time to start feeling like yourself again than around the holidays? First of the year's coming. I know a lot of you guys tend to kind of do the New Year's resolution things. What better time to dive in and get some solutions, get some answers, and get your hope back. Get your life back. All right, y'all? So don't hesitate. You've been on the fence. A lot of y'all, I hear this all the time too. I'm on the fence. You're on the fence. You don't know whether to do something, who to see, who to trust. I'm telling you, I'm here for you. So let's do it. Okay? Get a hold of me.